Hello guys, welcome! I'm doing another Gelish nail polish tutorial today. I'm doing a short white nail. I'm loving how this manicure turned out. It's really polished and great if you're trying to grow out your nails. And so let's get started. Okay, so just a close-up so we can begin with the end in mind here. And a reminder of what I'm using. I have a desk lamp, an LED curing lamp, I have the Hansen cuticle remover, the Gelish Fantastic 4 set, as well as my choice color today, which is white. I have alcohol, lint-free wipes, just a towel to keep everything neat, and a basic manicure set, which just includes like a file and some clippers. As well as a container to soak my nails. Just soaking for about a minute or two just to soften the cuticle, and then I'm applying the Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover. This just helps speed up the process and help the cuticle come off faster. Just wiping the excess off, and starting with the manicure set, I'm just scraping the cuticle on the sides and pushing it down at the base. Also go in and kind of clip depending on how my cuticles are at the minute. Next is to file. You want to make sure all surfaces of the nail have been filed at least a little, so even the sides and the bottom where the gelish is most likely to lift, you want to ensure that you don't forget those areas. I'm just dusting off the excess here with the lint-free wipe. And starting in with the pH bond, so this step is really easy. You only need a bit and it just kind of melts into the nail, and it's going to just help ensure that the nail is dehydrated and that the gelish attaches. Next is the foundation. So this product is quite thick and the brush is short, so you can take your time since the product is unlikely to move around a lot on the nail. Just make sure you're getting a really thin layer. I kind of dip once and move it to all 4 of my fingers here. Just making sure that you're getting to the sides and just avoiding the cuticle. The thumb, it's kind of the most awkward to paint by yourself, so I do it separately, just angling it down. This one just has to cure for 10 seconds. Next, I'm starting with my choice color, which is white cream. I'm just starting at the base, and I kind of wiggle it a bit just to get the shape that I want there, and then I move it towards the top. The first layer doesn't have to be perfect, just making sure you're keeping it thin. And remember to cap the top of your nail as well. And just cure for 30 seconds. Another trick I've been using is to kind of prop my hands on an object, especially if I'm painting more than one nail at once. It keeps all the nails angled downwards and prevents the product from moving back onto my cuticle while I'm painting my other nails. Keep in mind this is just the first coat, so if you have some minor imperfections, you're going to be doing some more layers. I have a tiny bubble here which I'm trying to work out, but it's a little stubborn. Sometimes if you wait out the bubble, it will kind of come to the surface on its own, but just moving on to my other nails and repeating the step. So you can see, keeping my nails on this bottle, it's kind of just keeping them all angled downwards, so it's helping me do more at once. If I do get a bit on my cuticle, I use the tool from my kit with the little scoop, and I just kind of take it off as best I can. Just touching up this little bubble and curing for 30 seconds. The thumb, as mentioned, I do separately just because it's a little more awkward, and just the same idea. Always remember to do the top, and if you get any little spots you can scoop them off here. I just kind of cure, keeping it facing down. Next, you're going on to coat number 2. This one you want to be a bit more exact with, since it will be more of the finished look. Making sure if you have any fuzz, like I have a little piece of lint I'm removing here. Or you can also use your other nail to remove tiny things from your cuticle. And curing for 30 seconds. Just check the sides and make sure you don't have anything you didn't notice before there. If you do after you cure, you can always kind of clip off a little bit, which is what I'm doing here. With short manicure, it's a little more of a challenge to avoid the cuticle at the top, at least for me, but you can always fix it. Next, moving on to the top coat. This product is very thin, so I kind of go nail by nail instead of doing all at once. And just curing for 30 seconds here. And moving on to my next nail, just repeating. Start at the top, and I do kind of allow the product just to move downward on its own a little. I hold my thumb a little bit differently just because it's harder to avoid the cuticle with this one. And lastly, just removing any excess stickiness from the curing process with the alcohol wipes. And once you're done, you want to use the Nourish to help your cuticles recover a bit from all the work you've been doing on them. And actually, I've found now that I use cuticle oil more often, my manicure has been lasting and looking better. So I highly recommend this step, and I just kind of massage it in a little. And so there you have it. The nails are all done and they're looking great. I'm editing about a week and a half in and they're still looking amazing. I have no peeling and I'm really loving this look. And I hope you do too. Anyway, thanks again so much for watching. If you enjoy videos like this, I would love if you would consider to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Thanks guys, until next time.